breaking news. The 4050 Social Club is here with some breaking news right now, today. 4050 Club, we're going to be talking about a lot of things, but the first thing we about to talk about today is Megan and Klay. Y'all knew we was going to do it. Y'all knew we was going to do it. Y'all knew we was going to talk about this, yo. There's no way that we can leave this out. Megan is my boo. Megan is my boo. I was heartbroken. Heartbroken.
Man,
I was like, man, it seemed, come on, man. It seemed like things were going just well. And then all of a sudden,
it was all good just a week ago. Just a week ago, it was all good.
About a week ago.
Oh, man. So we're going to jump into it. Let's jump into it.
Come on.
So what you think, man? I mean, everybody's got their own version of what's going on. We don't normally talk about this type of stuff. So we said, let's have a breaking news episode to talk about some hot topics, this being one of them. So we're going to jump into this whole Megan and Klay situation. So I'm just curious, like, you had to see it coming, man. I mean, I don't know too many celebrities that you see get put on a pedestal like this, and then all of a sudden it's just doves and angels flying all over the place, and they go live happily ever after. I'm sorry, I don't really see that happening, but when it happens inside the Black community, it really gets just like blown way out of proportion. So I'm just curious to hear what y'all thoughts are, because I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
I personally feel that this could be everything and nothing altogether. And the reason why I say it like that is because you heard her say something, right? We understood what was said. Some people are saying Klay is saying this, but really they haven't said anything else. Right? And what do we really know? What do we really know? What do we know about what arrangement? Like all this other stuff that's going on.
Well,
like,
she said he cheated on her. She said he cheated on her, but that's what everybody's hearing. But then I don't really get to hear what he got to say.
Maybe he ain't saying nothing.
Well, the one thing that I think that I've heard, and again, we don't know if these figures are right or not, but the thing I've heard that he came out and said was things started going left for him when she started talking about 700 G's a month. And that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Like, I don't play in that league to understand what that means, but like 700,000 a month.
Hold on. So I've heard 700,000, I heard 300,000. Even if it was in the middle, let's just say 500,000. 500,000 for Klay to hang out with Megan the Stallion, who ain't broke, who probably make a good amount of money. I don't know if she making splash money, but
it's not credible.
I'm just like, okay. I'm sorry. And I'm seeing Instagrams of her making eggs and biscuits and pancakes and feeding them in homegrown food. Where's the 700,000, 500,000, 300,000 coming from? I'm just trying to, and if that's the case, even if one of those numbers is real and true, I probably could see why Klay did what he did.
Well,
I mean, what? What? What did he do?
He was like,
peace out.
Peace out.
Was he peace out? She said peace out. He didn't say nothing.
Right. That's what she's saying. She's saying that he cheated and then she went peace out on him.
And
he's talking about the 700 grand a month. Yeah. Well, but Quest, you open this up. Quest, I know that's your girl though. Like you open this up talking about the way you feel about her. So I want to hear what you got to say about this.
Listen, here's my feeling. I'm going to tell you my feeling because everybody is listening. So I want you to know this. I'm still a human at the end of the day. So, Klay, everybody knows Klay. For the people that's on this internet talking about Klay, talking about Megan Thee Stallion made him, y'all crazy. This man got 4 championships. His dad played basketball. You didn't even have to hear basketball to know Klay Thompson. So come on, this is wild. This is wild to think that that people didn't know
Yeah.
Klay. Like, get out of here. Like,
He
Yeah.
got long
Will
paper.
I
Long
mean, the
long,
man's
real long paper
making millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
for a
Like,
long
Yeah.
time.
long time. You can Google his net worth and see that he got some money, right? It
Yeah.
may not
Right.
be as much as Megan now, but your man's making money, so
Yeah.
that ain't nothing. But here's my deal. My deal is, if two people have come together with an agreement and one person decides that they're gonna break that agreement, then there's a disagreement. In that disagreement is either a way for us to patch it up or a way for us not to,
Mhm.
right? And
Mhm.
I feel like that's exactly where this is. We can sit here and hoop and holler and speculate and all that, do whatever we want to, but when it comes down to it, if there was an agreement
That's the key.
and somebody broke that agreement, there
Mhm.
is a
Yeah.
disagreement now. And here, I guess this is what a disagreement looks like. But like, I don't know. But
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
it comes down to it, for me, that's how I feel. I feel like both of them have people that they have been with in many of capacities. Both of them were
Mhm.
single individuals before they were together, and they were doing their own things and having fun. And hey, that's what's up. So now we
Yeah.
together. What's the agreement?
I
Because if
think
my agreement is $500,000,
See.
if my agreement is $500,000 a month, I'm about to say, so what's in the agreement? Because
I
what is
can
in the agreement?
Okay, I'm with you too. All right, all right. I wanna bring forth a different angle
Okay.
because I got a different angle and I'm trying my best to say it in a way where I'm not gonna laugh about it. But I remember watching some of the songs, well, some of the times when they were together and Clay, singing her songs and all this other stuff. And I'm up here thinking, me as a man personally, if I got a woman on my shoulder and I'm loving her, but I'm listening to her music and the type of things that come out her mouth that she threads together lyrically, I'm gonna be looking like,
What's wrong with that? What's wrong
hmm,
with that?
I ain't saying
What's
nothing
wrong with that?
wrong. I'm,
What's
I'm not
wrong?
saying nothing.
I
I'm, s-
want, that's what turns me on about Meg. That's
I'm
she be
saying,
saying. I be
I'm
like, Meg, you gonna
saying,
do what?
I'm, s- hold on, time out though, time out though.
Yeah. So what are you saying?
I'm saying the stuff that she say in her songs and the range that she say in her songs with the number of dudes that she done been with, I probably would have been like, I ain't taking you too seriously. I mean, I'm
Well.
just being honest. I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like you wifey material. I'm
Mm.
sorry. And maybe that's just me where I
But
am
can't
in
she
my
say the
life.
same thing with Clay? What do you
In
think
what
about
way?
that, Jay? Clay
Huh.
been with
That's
all these
that's
ladies too. Could she say
Yeah.
the same
Clay
thing?
got a
You
but he
not
lineup.
ain't he
you not
but he ain't
husband
but hold
material?
up. But he ain't rapping about it like, dog her out,
Man,
bang her
come
out.
on.
You know what I'm saying?
He
He
can't
he ain't
he
he
can't
ain't
that's
making
not his
music about it.
profession.
He ain't
That's
got
not
no
his
Right.
rap song
profession
about
though.
it.
That's
Hey,
just
you know
not
what
his
though?
profession.
But I'm gonna tell you.
He
I'm gonna
not
tell
a
you how
rapper.
Clay.
He out here
I'm gonna tell
telling
you
you
how
in
he's
other
saying it though.
ways.
Oh yeah, that's it. I think he's out there telling you in other ways. So this comes from somebody
Yeah.
who played basketball for a long time, coached for a long time, like 20 years. That
Yeah.
man is more than likely the second best shooter that, in Stephen A. Smith's word, God has ever created. Right?
Ever
And
created.
shooters shoot. Shooters shoot.
Huh.
Yeah.
They shoot on the court. They shoot off the court. That's what they do in life. He ain't got to rap about
Bang.
it. It's in his game. It's in his game.
It's in
It's
his
in his
game. He ain't
game.
gotta rap about it, Jay.
Right.
Jay,
I
He's
started
telling
Jay,
off the
he's telling the
conversation.
world.
have you seen this
Started off
man's
the
lineup? Have you seen this
it's
man's
it's it's
lineup?
ferocious. It's ferocious. And I also have seen that he's fumbled a lot of them too. So
Sure,
True.
sure,
I'm
True.
sure, sure. But I'm just
so I think
saying,
it
he
could be
not.
something else going on besides him just being King Splash. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well,
Like it's probably
yeah.
some other things going on that's hindering him from really, you know, dedicating himself to one person.
Okay. See,
It
now
may
you're
I'm
talking
just
be.
about
I
saying.
can get with
monogamy.
that.
Now you're talking about
I'm just
monogamy.
saying.
So Klay
I
Thompson,
am.
34 years old, 4-time champion. He's got the money. He's got the fame. And I think one of the things that was said about this is like he has said that he has an issue with being monogamous. And again, I don't know if he's actually said that or not. That's just one of the things that's out there. So I guess the question that I'm gonna come to, and all three of us are in different positions when it comes to this: what makes a man want to commit?
It,
Man, that's a whole episode.
I'm gonna say that is a whole episode, but I'm gonna say this. You ask that question, I'm gonna take you a step before. The question really is, what are you committing to? Because
that's what I was saying about the rap music and the stuff that come out her mouth.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that because I can commit to that and still understand that the boundaries and the things that we've set together are going to be things that both of us could commit to. Like, I can, me personally, you saying what you saying in your rap lyrics, girl, go ahead. You do that. That shit turn me on. I can commit to that. But let's talk about these guys.
It's
so
not about
are you
turning
telling me you about to be out here with
trust.
these guys?
I'm saying
that's what I'm saying,
trust.
but that's what I'm talking about right now. That's what I'm talking about right now. Like, and let's talk about these guys. Are you saying to me that you want to be with all these guys? Because if that's what you're saying, now I have the choice to say if I'm gonna actually be with you or not. And I feel that way. I feel that way. Like, let me have a choice. Let me at least have a choice.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. There was clearly a breakdown in the communication, or like you said, the agreements weren't very clear. But I think the behavior that was being expressed and exposed to the rest of the world, the behavior made it seem as though it was going in a direction that was more than just, hey, we just hanging out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. It did seem like that.
I think, we seeing pictures with her with the family and the parents and all that. And I think that really puts things in a different class when it comes to dating, especially when you're a celebrity. So I can only imagine what she may have been feeling. Like, dang, like I'm sitting courtside. Like, okay, not to say that a lot of people don't get that, but I mean, he basically was treating her like a queen, like his queen. He ain't got the other ones courtside like that. So I'm like, the behavior was putting her in a position where she's like, okay, let me keep pouring into this because this could be my king. I didn't kissed a lot of frogs, so I'm looking at it from her standpoint, like, dang, we gonna get this far, and now you gonna decide you don't want to be monogamous?
Facts.
Like,
facts.
Dang, man, that's low. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I kind of feel if, and this is all subjective, right? We don't know, but I'm just like, on the outside looking in, if it was that way, I'd be like, dang, that's kind of weird.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
So, hey, we don't know what's the real deal. Hell, they could come out tomorrow and be like, psych, and then all of a sudden she got a whole new rap video and he's shooting in the background. We don't know.
Wild.
We don't know what's going to happen.
Wild.
But from what we know right now.
You just said shooting in the background.
He's shooting in the background.
There's some double entendre there. Shooting in the background. Okay, homie.
Shooting in the background.
Yeah, I don't even know if
I didn't even think about that. That was good.
That's some wild for you.
That was good. But yo, that was one piece of breaking news. This next piece of breaking news, I think we got to talk about too. This whole correspondence dinner situation that happened a couple days ago. And I remember being at home listening and Wifey said something. I'm just like, again? And, us in the Black household, the first thing we want to know is, okay, was it a white dude? Was it a black dude? Was it great? What was the color of the person's skin? Was it male or female? Was it a group of people? All these things. And so, I don't know. I started doing my own research, and then I found that this dude is black. I mean, this is what we seeing, but I don't know.
Well, it's
I
what
didn't
we
see
see. We
other
don't know.
pictures. We don't know because I didn't see the picture of him being blind. I didn't see the picture of him being albino. I don't know.
It's wild. It's really
Listen.
wild
But
because it's
he
like
got
I
3
have done
first
that deep
names
dive. 3 first name and 3 last names. All 3 of those are
and 3
first
He
names
got
last
and
three
names.
last
first
names,
names,
right?
yeah. Three first name
Cole,
and three
Thomas
last
Allen.
names.
But I will say,
It's
like, I actually,
horrible.
because you look at him, and that dude looks like he's black, or he's got some black in him for
Yeah.
He
sure.
looks like
And so
he
I
look
started
like he
doing a
got some
deep
black in
dive,
him.
like trying to find out this dude's ethnicity, and it's unclear. Like they're not saying anything
Yeah,
official about it.
they not saying nothing about him.
That might be a sign of something. Like I don't know.
I'm not.
Yeah.
First of all, I think they didn't know if he was black or not, so that's why he ain't dead.
Oh,
Dang.
They didn't
I
know.
feel
They didn't know, so they didn't kill him. Because I'm gonna tell you,
dang, dang,
the
dang.
first thing that I thought I saw came. Listen, I'm watching the basketball game. They cut from the basketball game for it,
Yeah.
and I was just like, "What is going on here?" And they flashing everything, talking about at the correspondence dinner, blah blah blah, happening, and the suspect is in custody. I said, "What?
Yeah, yeah.
In custody?" And then I
Yeah.
thought it. Then I thought about it. They're at the correspondence dinner. That's
yeah,
all the media.
exactly. That's where my
Yeah.
We
mind went.
can't kill him. We can't
Yeah.
kill
Right.
him.
Right. But I was thinking so many different things, like you said. I'm like, dang, he didn't, typically when something like that happens, the person takes themselves out or whatever,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, dang, this dude really went all the way there and is okay with being in jail for the rest of his life or her life, and or just getting put into the first of gas chamber. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
all these things are
Yeah.
going through my mind. I'm like, wow, you really went for it. Like, what was
Well, I
going
mean,
on up
that's
here for you to decide to make all those decisions and be like,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah, that's the thing. And what did he say? Wasn't there something like he was letting his family know he was a part of like the Federal Assassination Federation? It was something like that he was saying. Like he mentioned
Listen.
that to his family. He was saying that kind of thing. And that's one of those, like, as a family member, knowing him the way you do you look at that and think like, oh wow, this cat is serious. We need to do something about it, or you're just like, ah, dude is just playing. So I think about that
yeah,
for them not to have done something. I gotta feel like they just felt like he wasn't really meaning what it was that he was saying. Either that or they were
Mm.
scared of him, and I don't know which is which. But I'm just bugging out over this. Like this dude went to Caltech, which is,
Oh, he's
if it's
great.
second to anything, it's only second to MIT. Was an
Yeah.
yeah,
engineer, a scientist, a
Yeah.
teacher,
scientists,
A
yeah,
teacher? Yeah.
game designer, like doing all these things. Like what
Yes.
makes somebody like that who's got all that education and exposure? What makes that person snap
They
and
know
come to
something.
that kind of conclusion that this is the only thing that
them
he can
video
do?
games,
They know
them video
something. They
games.
know
Oh, the
something.
It's
video
the video
They
games.
know
games.
something. They
He
know
said
Well,
it's
something.
them
That's all
video
I'm gonna
games.
say. That's all
yeah,
I'm gonna say.
yeah.
When you
He
go to
just said
stand
that.
on when you go to stand on business for something, it looks like something, and sometimes they look like this. I was talking to one of my partners, and what she was saying
Mm,
is, "There's not a good time. It's not a good time to kill him.
Mm,
You might not want to kill him." And I was like, you know what? You're right. You're right. I get where you're coming from
why?
with this. Because when you think about it, you want JD Vance? Let's just go down the line. You want to go down the line right here, right now? Do you want the next person? Because if that's who you want, because that's what you stand on, cool.
mm,
A lot of us don't. A lot of us don't stand on the next person more than we stand on the person that's in office right
mm,
now, right? So
mm,
Yeah,
you go ahead and you do that. We might look at it, first, second of all, like she said, now you're martyrizing him. You made
mm,
him a martyr. So now everyone's going to believe in everything he said. And
mm,
remember what he said about assassinations. He said it himself about people that have been assassinated. Like they only assassinate
mm.
the greats.
Jeez.
that's
Sheesh.
So it wouldn't be
crazy.
so just on that alone, it may not be high time to kill him.
But
Right? Like
I
it
guess,
just and,
I
and and
guess,
I'm not saying that we need to kill President Trump. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying when you look at this scenario of this man coming into the correspondence dinner and attempting to assassinate not just the president, right?
Mm,
But everyone that was in there. Like, I mean, if you gonna do the job, he's saying, I'm gonna come in and try to do the job. This is what I wanted to do. He stood on that business. Y'all just said it. Y'all said he was from Cal. Y'all said he was from Caltech. Y'all said that he was a scientist. Y'all said he was a teacher. He knew, bro.
but
So he
I
knew
guess,
something else. He knew something else and he stood on it.
I'm sure, but I cannot help but think about when the first time this happened after he got reelected and something happened with his ear or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm up, and then that was a little suspect, right? So
Yeah.
of course, the first thing that went in my mind, and I'm gonna just say it because I'm sure I'm not the only one that thought it, but I'm like, come on, really? Like, okay,
Mm.
like that, like I
Hmm.
think it's also too because there is just so much consistently and constantly going on at the same time that it's
Yeah, yeah,
hard for anyone to really understand what's real. And
yeah.
so everything is under question for me. And
Everything.
I'm up here
Mm.
like,
Everything.
huh? So how does this black dude, one, walk up in the correspondence dinner where he's probably one in like 100,000 of where he's like 0.01% in the room, and he got guns and all that. Come on, man. I'm just trying to understand. They said he had people that were sitting at tables dressed like civilians. How does this person just walk in there
They
like
don't.
this, fully loaded?
They
Hmm.
don't. They
Hmm.
don't, Jay. I
And
worked
then
for the
gets the
federal government. They
opportunity.
don't.
Yeah.
They said it's
They
freaking
don't.
impossible to be able to get through some of these spaces and places close to like within a mile
Yeah.
of him. So
Yeah.
my tentacles are still up like, okay, y'all just put him to the ground and just walked him out.
Jay,
Mhm.
you remember when Neo came into that lower level of that of the building that he went up to when he was going to fight and bring the helicopter to him like this. You remember
You talking
downstairs
about in the Matrix?
in the
You
Matrix? You
talking
remember
about in the
I thought you were
downstairs?
talking
Matrix?
Now
about something
catch
real.
me,
I was
catch
like,
me,
Neo.
catch
I
me.
thought you was
No, no,
about
no,
Neo
no,
the
no, no.
singer.
No, not
I
Neo the
seriously thought you were
singer.
talking about
Not
Neo
Neo
the
the
singer.
singer.
I did at
I'm
first,
talking
yeah.
about Neo in the Matrix. Now catch me.
Okay.
Catch me. When he came into that office, all those people already had guns. They was already ready. He saw the people with the guns, right? And what did
Yeah,
he do? He walked right through that magnetometer. It went off,
yeah.
and they looked at him, and it was time to do the business, wasn't it?
Interesting. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I guess that
So
could be.
you, so you telling me
So you telling me that's what happened?
that no, you telling me that he got past that magnetometer without them
No,
knowing?
Yeah.
no
Come
way.
on, with guns and knives?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
I mean,
I
now,
don't
No
know.
so
way.
I don't know.
y'all are
He
going.
had to
Y'all are
run.
going.
He had to run, yo. He had to run
Well,
fast. And I
somebody
mean
said
running fast.
somebody.
Running fast
Yeah.
is fast running. But this gun that I got in my hand,
Talk about pep, 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 pep. I don't know about it. Somebody said he popped up off the balcony or something. I don't know if that's true either. But I'm just like, still, I'm just like, how, Sway? I don't care how he got
Yeah.
in. How? He could
Yeah.
have been helicoptered in for all I care. How
Yeah.
does that happen? I don't
Yeah. That's a
understand.
good question. So, I mean,
you can't scale
y'all are
that.
like floating, but y'all are floating around that side of saying things are staged. Like, are you all on that side of it?
I
I'm
mean, I cannot say that. All of this is subjective, but just like his ear got scratched and it started bleeding, I don't know about this one.
jeez.
Yeah.
This is like the third or fourth time they done tried to kill this man
Yeah.
from what we've
And
seen.
I
And all
think
I hear
to
is
us,
him.
yes.
Go ahead, go ahead, go
Yeah.
ahead.
I'm just
Yeah. What
saying,
we're going to say, Jay?
like in the first time it happened, like there was a contingent of people that was just chilling. Like
Yes.
everybody else scattered, but then there's just a contingent of people like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah,
huh?
and that
Where they do
the
that
building
at?"
that dude yeah, the building that dude went up on was, like, the only unsecure one in that whole area, and it was, like, surrounded by other buildings that had stuff like that. None of that made any sense to me at
Yeah,
all. The
I just
thing
got
that's
a
really
lot of
getting to me now,
questions.
though, is you see people on Trump's side now, or who used to at least be on Trump's side, they're starting to call
Hmm.
BS on it now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
they're looking at all these things, and so you think about, like, you were talking about this a little bit earlier, Jay, just it's one thing after the other. Maybe it was Quest. Like there's one thing after the other, after the other, after the other. It's just what do they call it? Like flooding the zone. You just keep throwing stuff at people, and you don't know what's
Mm-hmm.
going to stick.
yeah,
If
yeah,
if it was staged, then more than likely it's a diversion for other stuff that's going on, like the war in the Middle East,
Something else
right? Like
going
there's
yeah,
on.
so
Yep.
many things that are happening. And one of the lines that stood out to me from that night at the correspondence dinner when they all wound up like coming back together doing whatever it was that they did, like Trump started to get out there and essentially say like, oh, there's nothing like something like this that brings both sides together. And I listened to that like, man, that sounds like something someone would say if it were staged, because I don't think that he naturally thinks like that, you know? So
Yeah.
they're
I
just too
agree.
many things. Or even the fact like when the shots start popping off and they start going in, people were pointing to the fact that he was apparently still eating. And JD Vance, the Secret Service came and got JD Vance first before they got Trump. Again, I'm hearing this stuff. I
Yeah.
haven't watched enough of it to be sure on that. I did see when things started popping off and people inside started to get up and run. He was still like sitting up there, but it almost kind of looked like he just didn't understand what was happening. But people who were getting into this conspiracy piece of it, they're like, yeah, it wasn't that. He just knew nothing was really going to pop off.
Yeah.
I just can't help but think, man. I mean, in a couple of months, the Obama Center will be opening here in Chicago, literally a mile or two from where me and my family live in Chicago. And I'm like, none of this stuff was going on when he was in there, man.
Mm-hmm.
And if it
Yeah.
was, we wasn't hearing about it. He had his
Mm-mm.
security on tight, tight.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just
Yeah.
up here like, come on, man. I just don't. I got a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
Well, so that one beat up that one a little bit. The other thing that's going on though right now, and before we get into it, we're gonna wind up jumping into a B-roll. And before we do that though, we just want to say, like, issue a little bit of a trigger warning. What we're gonna show here for Michael Beasley is gonna hit some people in some places. So
Yeah.
just letting y'all know
Yeah.
that real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of crying. You do a lot of crying when you by yourself?
No, when I'm on the basketball court, cause I sweat, and then you don't
You
notice.
can't tell.
Yeah.
What'll make that crying stop?
Just listen. Stop telling me what I mean. Just hear me.
There's a little boy inside that wants to be held, that wants to be heard, that wants to be seen. How do we get that little boy heard? How do we get him seen?
Stop telling me who you think I am. I've been saying it my whole life. Stop telling me who you think I am, and just like we judge decisions without knowing choices. You don't know the choices I had to, right?
I made a decision based on the choices that I had.
My stomach sometimes just gotta, you understand? Maybe I gotta do that shit for $20. You don't know that. Nigga says the stripper, she gotta eat and feed them babies, but you just so cool on judging pretty women was a thing. Right? We just so cool, like everybody's just not us, so we don't like her. Everybody just don't do what we do, so we don't like them. It's like, bro, birds fly and fish swim. We are not the same. But God gave us all air. You don't judge, why are you? That part. Just listen, bro. And not just to me. You know how many fathers out here missing their kids? You know what I mean? Mothers out here not telling the truth. And there's some fuck niggas out there. There's some niggas out there that's right. I'm raising one of their kids right now. I love her to death. Right? Mm-hmm. Bro, just stop fuck. People just shit.
Whew, man. Emotional.
Yeah.
The trauma, yo.
Mm.
Like I
It's
just
so evident on
don't.
him.
You know, it's real. It's
Yeah.
so real. It's
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
you know, my heart goes out not only just to him in a way that is like, you know, I wish there were more things positive that actually happened
Mm.
for him early on so that we would not be at this place right now, and the mentality in some ways wouldn't be the way that it is right
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
questioning his intelligence or anything like
Mm.
that or anything here. Moreover, I am saying this man is still going through some
Yeah.
very, very serious traumas, and
Yeah.
it has caused so many different things in his life. To be able to have to come to a basketball game and
Mm.
actually play it,
Mhm.
and my mother just passed away, like,
And your
nah.
cousin.
Yeah,
And my
cousin's
cousin, my
funeral
cousin, and my cousin.
across the
Yeah, like,
country. You playing in LA,
come
you know?
on. You playing in LA and
Yeah.
my cousin just passing DC. Come on.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
That's
My
man,
my
yo.
initial my initial response to it, I know we watched it and watched it, and every time we were just like, it was so heavy, but at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, it was so good
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I know that's something that we try to get Black men to get to that level of
Mm-hmm.
vulnerability,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and knowing that he is an exact example of why we exist here on 4050,
Mm.
so that
Mm.
Black men don't have to carry that for so
Yeah,
long,
Yeah.
yeah.
and so it was just like, man, it was like fuel for me to be like, this is why we here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And wanting to get our Black men to that level of vulnerability and being able to speak about it. Dude has so many layers to him. He was high, drinking, doing his thing. Sometimes you didn't even know if the words he was saying and the sentences were coherent, but he put them
Mm.
together still in a way that brought tears to your eyes. And I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, man,
Yeah.
God is
Yeah.
using this dude in some amazing ways for him to be able to be on this platform the way that he did. And I was just like, big ups to you, Michael, man. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
wow.
Been lower than living in your car?
Yeah, that motherfucker, they got repossessed. That fuck ass baby mother I got, man. It was under her name. Nigga, yeah, nigga, I wish that was the worst. Nigga, I was sleeping outside. I was sleeping outside for real.
You sleep? Hold on. You was unhoused.
Yeah, because my friend, like you see him,
Yes.
I don't hold him accountable as far as not accountable. I don't hold him responsible. Right? Like he called me, he will call me every night. Like, dog, just come on my couch. Listen, bro. We all love elephants at the zoo.
Yes.
When he come down, sit on your couch and half your house smells like it. You don't want him in your house no more.
Right.
I understood how big I was from an early age, so I don't put my burdens on my friends. I just let them help me. Like, he makes sure I'm in the gym. Why? He helped me because whether I'm in a house or a car or doing this, he hold me accountable being in the gym every day at 9 a.m. Whether I got the money to pay him or not. Yeah, I've been worse than that. Like, my mother always told me to tell you what depression feels like. I'm not allowed to show you what it looks like. That's why if I cry a little, just act like you don't notice. It's a real thing.
You
So
know?
that, and just, I mean, sharing my piece of that too. And again, this comes with being a basketball player for a long time, coaching, doing whatever, being able to, like, I could understand where he was, and I haven't gone through my own traumas. I can understand where he was and remembering. And I'm sure everybody has this to some degree, especially when you got stuff going on in your life. For
Yeah.
me, the basketball court was my refuge. Like, I used to say that was my church. On Sundays, that's where I would go. Everybody else is in church. I'm going there. That's where I get to kind of commune with my own self, and get away from like all the problems that were happening in life. And so this dude, one of the best one-on-one scorers I think the game has ever seen. Like his freshman year at Kansas State is top 3
Mm-hmm.
all time. Like he was that guy, regularly scoring 20 and pulling down 15 to 20 boards a game. Like that's who he was. And to see him go from that to where he is now, like he's still a great basketball
Yeah.
player, but you never got to see him produce the way he could have because of all that stuff that was on him. So for me, man, that
Yeah.
watching that interview, like it really did something to me. And I think I was telling y'all in pre-pro, I haven't been able to watch the whole thing. Like as long as 2 hours long or whatever it is. I've only been able to watch it in like 20 to 30-minute chunks because
Sheesh.
his pain is so on the surface for everybody to see. Like there was
Yeah,
nothing performative in what you were
Yes.
seeing. He wasn't doing that
yeah,
for attention. Like that man was sitting in his truth, and
He
not
yeah,
running
was.
from it, in a
He
real
yeah,
way.
was.
And you can tell, like it's when you've been around people and you see when there's a history of some mental illness in someone, you can see it in his eyes, right? Like it's there. There's definitely something there. But I also think about a cat like Delonte West. You remember him? He
Mm-hmm.
was
yeah.
Yeah.
another, played at Temple, got to the league, was doing his thing. Yeah, I know what you laughing about. The rumors about him
What
and LeBron's
I
mama.
can't remember what happened. I can't remember that.
Man, when he was with the Cavaliers, man, he was with the Cavs, and the rumors were that he was he he and Bron's mom had a thing going on. And at the end of that
Wow.
season, yeah, because they lost that season in Boston, and everybody knew going into that final game, LeBron just wasn't there. Like, he wasn't there. But anyway, Delonte West, this dude was going through his own things, and you see him
Yeah.
now, like, he's on the streets. People have these videos of him here and there. He just couldn't keep it
Yes,
together.
yo.
So Michael Beasley is at least able to be as functional as he is, and I'm sure there's taken a lot to get him there. But man, he really took me somewhere heavy. Like, I was connecting to my own
Yeah.
pain in ways I don't think I was able to before I
Yeah.
watched that, the parts of the
Yeah.
interview that I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah. The fact when he talked about sleeping in his car and
Mm,
all those
mhm,
people, I'm just like,
yeah.
we hear about stories like that, but we don't actually hear from the people that actually experience them, you know?
Mhm, mhm,
And so that was so good. I couldn't help but think about all the things or the conversations that he didn't get a chance to have in the arena that he was in, being so highly toxically masculine
mhm,
and full of black men, where we're taught you can't talk about things and you can't share these
mhm,
things. He couldn't even feel comfortable to talk about death in his family
mhm.
without facing ridicule for showing up to the game with the wrong pair of shorts on.
Yeah, 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 and you see how hard that hurt him too, right? Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
watched
Yeah, he
every
was
one of those
hurt.
moments, but
He was hurt.
especially that one where he was talking about, like, legends of the game clowning him over doing that, and he couldn't tell them what was going on, and even when he said something about, I didn't wanna tell them about what was happening because I felt like they weren't gonna believe that all these people around me were dying. Like,
That
when you got
that was
all
hurt.
that
That
going
was
on,
hurting.
oh,
That
you
hurt
got
me.
all that going on, and
That
then
hurt.
you got these people that you look up to are clowning you about that, and you can't
Yeah.
express that. Like, that pain was coming out of him in a way that, like, he needed to express. But what I recognize in that, because again, think about my own pain from some things growing up, that inner
Mhm.
child was on full display. Like, his
Yeah.
5, 6,
yeah,
7, 8-year-old self, like, that's what you saw out there. That's the tender piece that's been underneath all that brick for a
yeah,
long time, and he's
yeah,
letting that thing
That's
out,
true.
man. Like, that's you can't be
yeah,
somebody who's experienced some real pain and trauma in your life and not connect to what you saw.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, definitely. Definitely. It's so gripping. Just from a standpoint having my two boys, you don't ever want yourself to get to a point where you have to live on the street or live in a car or anything of that nature. You don't want other people. I don't ever want to see anybody living on the street or living in a car. I see that all the time here where I am. You know what I'm saying? And it's wild because we want to think that we have all the necessary things and that we need, but a lot of times we don't. And some of those times is mental health. Some of those
yeah,
times we just need a person to be able to talk to or relate to a little bit more in a safer space. And let's not get it twisted. Remember, when he started talking about when all of this was, we're talking still about early 2000s,
Mm,
yeah.
mm,
It wasn't that long
yeah,
ago.
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah. Mhm,
it's still, these stigmas is not overnight that they've changed. You know what I'm saying? It's been it's still things right now that we look at and we're like, why is that still happening in 2026?
mm,
Yeah,
Right? So I
yeah,
could definitely understand his sentiments. Even I think he even has some choice words about Delonte West in that Shay Shay segment.
Andrew.
So I get it. I get it. I get where he's coming from, and my
Mhm.
hope is that there is someone that is going to reach out to him to help him to process through this some more, because we are talking about it being a conversation, but that was also a cry for help.
Yeah, ooh, ooh, ooh.
ooh,
Yeah, it
That was
was.
also a cry for
yeah.
help, and
I
I
And
don't
didn't
think
want
even
us to
I
about
didn't even
miss.
too
yeah.
I don't
and
want us
think
to miss
about
that.
when
Jeez,
those yeah. Think about
that's
those moments
good.
where he was crying
Mm,
and
Mhm.
mhm.
he would say to Shannon Sharp, just like, "Pretend like you don't see it. Just pretend this ain't happening.
Yeah,
Pretend like you don't see it."
pretend
Like,
like
Yeah,
this ain't
man,
happened. That's that cry for help.
yeah.
yeah,
Or what he
That's
say?
yeah,
that
He
cry
said
for
yeah,
he
help.
said he would cry on the basketball court because he was
'Cause he
sweating.
was sweating.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
That
what
was the
he
only
imagine
place
said.
he could cry.
That's what he
you
said.
playing the game that you love, and at the
Hmm.
same time
Come on, man.
You got all that emotion inside of
Come
you,
on,
and
come on,
you
come on.
come on, man.
Come on, man.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
That's
Yeah.
that's
I'm just trying to
that's a
even.
lot to live with. That's a lot to live
Mhm.
with. We
Mm,
should be grateful. We should be grateful. We should be
Mhm.
grateful.
mm,
Man,
And
my
I'm
heart
just
goes
gonna
out to
keep it
that
right
dude.
there. Yeah. We should
yeah,
be
Yeah.
grateful.
yeah, yeah. Thanks, Michael. Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks, Mr. Sharp, for sharing that segment. That was probably one of the
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
profound
He
pieces
might
of
need an
work
award for
I've
that one, bro.
seen.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Phenomenal
Shannon
work.
Sharp
Phenomenal work.
he
It
might need an
really
award
was.
for
Yeah,
that one, y'all. He might need a
yeah,
Like,
little bit
think
for that
about
one.
that was pretty
yeah.
masterful. Like, think about how nimble he had to be.
He
Shoot,
carried
Yes.
because there
that for
were there
two
were 8,
hours.
9, 10 different
Yes.
times, 15, 20 different times that interview could have gone way off the
Way,
Way
rails.
to the
way
You
left.
off
know?
the rails.
Like
Woo, he could have.
Beasley was going to some places that only he could see. And
Yeah,
Shannon was like allowing him to get into that space without making him feel
yeah,
weird for going there, like giving him that moment, and then he would kind of like snap
yeah,
back into the interview. That took
yeah,
a lot, man. That took a
That
lot.
took a
yeah.
lot.
It's like he
Yeah.
transitioned
Oof.
into a therapist type
Yes.
Yes. He
space. Like
was.
no longer are
He
you Shannon
was.
Sharp, the superstar, whatever.
Yes.
It's like you my
Yeah.
therapist. Let's talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man,
Yes.
Like from the
so
very
good.
Yes.
one of the very beginning scenes where, he always comes out with some of the liquor, like Shay, some of his liquor. And he
Yeah,
had his drink and then they poured something for Michael Beasley. He was telling him, like Michael Beasley said something about getting a hangover. He's like, no, no, no. Shannon was like, no, you ain't gonna get a hangover off of this, and started explaining what it was and like why he wouldn't. And then you saw Bees, he like looked at it and just came up to the glass and started smelling and doing different things. Like he was in a world that only he understood in that
Yeah,
moment.
yo.
And Shannon,
Yeah.
you could tell that was the first time he's like, oh, okay, this is what this gonna be like. And he
Yes.
was able to put
Yes.
that thing on, man. I give him a lot of credit for making that thing work. He got
Yeah,
2
yeah.
hours
2 hours.
where dude may have snapped at any second, and he was able to hold him
yeah,
in that, which is also one
He
of those things.
was.
Like, I would love for us as black men to be able to embrace
yeah,
other black men who are going through stuff like that, not be afraid of it. All
Yeah.
yeah,
that was in front of him was pain. All that was in front of him
That's
was
it.
pain.
That's it. Come
And
on, man.
Shannon was
Come
able
on.
to, he was able to open up a space to allow that to come out. Man, that's healing right there, man. That was good.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
A lot more
That
for
Yeah.
was
Bees to
good.
go, but like he needed that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we're done with that episode yet. I think
Not
we
at
may
all.
come back to it throughout the course of our time because it was that powerful and
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
had so many layers to it. Um,
Yeah.
so I just imagine you may hear from us again because I don't think we've seen that level of vulnerability in that way.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
and handled with that level of care. So hey, we're gonna wrap up this breaking news segment. We took y'all from laughing to highs, lows, all in between to leaving you with something to sit with. And that's what
Yeah.
we do here on 4050. So really enjoyed you rocking with us on this little bit of a plot twist we took this week and testing out, doing some breaking news. Y'all take care of yourselves and y'all take care of each
Yeah.
other.
Please.
I hope
Please.
that's what you learn from this and love on each other and be good to each other no matter what, because tomorrow's not guaranteed.